Hi there, it's Jonathan Bocher from PlayGuitar.com, back with another lick of the week for you. This one is coming out of box 2 of the pentatonic minor scale. So, or you could think of this as C pentatonic major. Okay, and basically, we're also going to be working a little bit with box 3. That one might be less familiar to you. Truth be told, I don't use it as much. I tend to use box 2 and box 4 more, and I just kind of use box 3 as a transitional box for the most part. But every now and then you can, you know, just jump in there and start playing, right? But this is a good riff because we're using a slide. So I'll just play it through slowly for you. We're going. Something like that, right? Now, I'll point out that you could do the same notes all using the same tight little finger pattern, right? Get the C up here on the first string, 8th fret. But the purpose of this particular riff is to break up that sound a little bit. And so I wanted to add in that slide. And of course, this note here that we come back down to, you could find it down here in box 4 as well, right? So I just want to point out that you got different options. The real reason why I chose this particular option was because I liked the sound of the slide. And that's pretty much the whole reason. So we're starting here, 2nd string, 10th fret with our 3rd finger on the left hand. Okay, we're going to do a double bend. And our target note, this is a full tone bend, so we're targeting the B here on the 12th fret. So you can play that first, get that in your head, and then stretch up to it so you can train your ear how far you got to stretch if you're not familiar with stretching, right? So usually with a double bend, I don't necessarily come down all the way. I might play it sort of like that, where you're going up full tone and then down about halfway, maybe a little more than halfway, and then back up. Okay? And then that's the first part. That's our double bend. Stop. And then keep it up there, and now, so now we're effectively doing a pre-bend and release. Okay, so we got the double bend, mute. I'm doing the mute with the thumb on my right hand, mute, okay, so coming down, pick, let that note ring out there. Then we come down here to the 8th fret, 2nd string, and then 9th fret, 3rd string. Okay, so that's part 2 of the riff, basically, if you want to think of it that way. And then part 3 is the slide. So we slide from the 10th fret with our 3rd finger here. Now, that part's not really written. It's just written as sliding into the note. But that's what's most convenient for sure, right? So basically, you want to pick that 10th fret and immediately slide from there. You don't really want to hear the 10th fret. Oops. And this is good practice because, you know, it's very easy to undershoot or overshoot when you're sliding several frets, right? You can hear that first time it kind of stumbled and wanted to stop on the 12th fret. Okay. And then you can add some vibrato up here when you get up here to the 13th fret. Okay, so let's put that together really slowly, okay? All right, so there you go. That is the lick of the week. As you can hear, I changed it up a couple times there. I didn't always do the pre-bend and release. I did another bend afterwards. It's all these little subtle variations, right? If you had to write out every variation, you'd have like 12 different versions of the same lick. And that just really doesn't do anybody any good. It's better to get used to those variations for yourself and get familiar with how to break a riff and play around with it, right? Because could be that there's a little variation on what I played, and that little variation sounds way better to you. So run with it. Don't play it the way I played. But hopefully you took an idea from this at least. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'd appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up and subscribe if you got some value out of today's lesson. And if you'd like to see another lesson similar to this one, another lick of the week, then put it up in one of these corners. And you have yourself a great day. We'll see you again next time.